What's up everyone, back for another vlog, and in today's vlog I'll be showing you the Shelfie beers that I'll be reviewing for the month of April 2024. So if you're unfamiliar with what Shelfie beer reviews are, they are reviews of beers that I can easily grab off the shelves here locally in the Buffalo, New York area, and I try to get a good mixture of beers from some of the bigger regional, national, international breweries, and I post Shelfie beer reviews every single Tuesday and Friday of each month. And in the month of April, there are 9 Tuesdays and Fridays. Therefore, there are 9 beers here in front of me, and they are in order of how I'm going to post them over the course of the month from your left to right. This is the first, and this is the last. So let's go over them real quickly. Now, the first one I have here is from Lagunitas, and it's the Beast, not the best, the Beast of both worlds. So they're calling this one a bicoastal IPA, and at the bottom here it says East Coast flavor, West Coast clarity. 8% alcohol by volume, and when I review this one, it should be just under 7 weeks old, give or take a day or two. And this one was first recommended to me by a longtime viewer of the channel, Raining on Your Parade, and then a couple other people also mentioned this beer, so I thought I should probably pick it up. And yeah, it's Lagunitas. I'm looking forward to it. I feel like this is going to be kind of like a new school West Coast IPA, like a lot of the West Coast breweries are doing, where, you know, it has a good clarity, probably a nice bitterness, but also has the fruity characteristics you get from, you know, a hazy New England IPA. They say IPA, it's a double IPA, it's 8%. Doesn't matter, not really. Anyway, next is one that I definitely wanted to review as a Shelfie beer, and I was lucky to find a single can of it. Didn't have to buy an entire 12-pack. It's from Yuengling, and it's their Bock beer, the 2024 release. So this is a German-style Bock, and I was trying to look for the ABV on this can, and I could not find it. I don't know if there's like white font, or maybe they just didn't put it on the can, but look on their website, it was 5.3%. And this one is relatively fresh. It'll be like, you know, less than 6 weeks old when I review it. And they actually released this one this year for the first time in 10 years. Last time they released this was 2014, and they did so because this year is the 195th anniversary of Yuengling. I've never had this one. Looking forward to it. I do like Bocks, and I'm curious to see how this like kind of compares to Genesee's Spring Bock, because that's a great value. That's typically like $11 a 12-pack. This is a little bit more expensive, more in the $16 range, but I'm curious. So I grabbed it. Next, we have from Sierra Nevada, their newest Little Thing IPA. This is Cosmic Little Thing. So this is a hazy double IPA. I believe it comes in at, 8% alcohol by volume. And by the time I review this one's going to be right around 2 months old, give or take a day or two. So not super fresh, but, you know, Lagunitas and Sierra Nevada, you can, you know, you can usually, you know, grab their stuff like 3 months old, and it's fine, especially if it was kept cold. They're shelf stable, and I've had a lot of Sierra Nevada beers that are like 3-4 months old that have been delicious. Hop forward beers, that is. So looking forward to this one. I was bummed out I missed out on Dank Little Thing. I know a good friend of mine and viewer of the channel, Billy, he really enjoyed that one. I don't think it showed up in the West New York area. If it did, I didn't see it, and I probably checked the store a good dozen times over the last couple of months looking for it. Just never showed up. So we're going to get the newest release in the Little Thing series. Next, we have a beer from DuClaw, and it is their Sweet Baby, wait for it, PB&J. So this is a chocolate peanut butter raspberry porter, 6.2% alcohol by volume. It says porter with natural and artificial flavors. Yeah, I'm so excited. Anyway, this also has a code that I deciphered that this was, I believe this was canned in the middle of December. And this is the first beer I'm having and reviewing from DuClaw that is from the River Horse facility. So River Horse bought DuClaw back last summer, maybe spring, summertime. So this actually says DuClaw Brewing Company, Ewing, New Jersey, no longer Baltimore, Maryland. So I'm curious to see how their beers are from the new facility. And I'm also curious because I'm not a huge fan of the Sweet Baby lineup. I don't love Sweet Baby Jesus or Sweet Baby Java. I think Sweet Baby Hazel I had that was pretty good, probably one of the better ones. So this is basically their Sweet Baby Jesus, but with raspberry added to the mix. We'll see. I'm looking forward to trying it out. Next, from Firestone Walker, we have their XPA, aka their Extra Pale Ale. So it's an Extra Pale Ale, comes in at, where was it, 5%? Yeah, 5% alcohol by volume. And this one's the oldest of the bunch as far as the hop forward beers go. This was canned just over 2 months ago. By the time I get this, will be 2.5 months old. It is an Extra Pale Ale. We should be okay. Now this, I read, was actually a Great American Beer Fest medal winner this year, or I should say last year, 2023. And I'm curious to see how this one is. Now, the cool thing about this is, for the last couple of months, I was under the impression Firestone Walker's pulling out of New York State. I've been told that by at least 2 people. And all of a sudden I go into my local bottle shop of a Choice Premier Gourmet, and they had this, and they had the newest Parabola. And I was like, okay, that's kind of interesting. And I asked Ethan, the beer manager over at Premier, and he just kind of gave me a shrug. He's like, I don't know. So everyone's confused in New York State apparently, but I grabbed this one because who knows? Maybe Firestone Walker still is pulling out. I don't know, but this is a relatively new release in the past couple months, so I don't know. We're going to give it a go. Don't review a lot of extra paddles. I'm looking forward to it. Next is a beer that I was definitely going to pick up and review because I saw them release this one. I was like, I got to give it a go. It's from Southern Tier. It's their Orange Twist. So this is an Imperial Ale, and on the side it says ale with natural flavors made with milk, sugar, aka lactose. Most of these Imperial Ales do have that. 8.6% alcohol by volume, and this is like 3 weeks old right now. By the time I review, it'll be like 5 or 6. Now, this is a collaboration. I don't know if you'll see it on the label here with Perry's Ice Cream. Perry's Ice Cream, huge in the Western New York area. So this is another collab. I think their other Imperial Ale, Vanilla Scoop, was the collab with Perry's the first time around. Maybe it wasn't the first time, but it was the latest one where it was like a vanilla Imperial Ale. They've also done French Toast, which I don't think was a collab with Perry's. And they also have the Frosted Sugar Cookie. Those are all the 8.6% Imperial Ales. So this is the newest one. They're going kind of for like a orange creamsicle, I guess, because they're saying, you get the flavor of Perry's vanilla ice cream with like an orange sherbet. Sign me up. Also, I didn't show you any of the labels, although, I guess when I do the reviews, but I like the beast of both worlds. The Yingling Bach is this is a nice classic label. Like, I like the look of this, honestly, really. And then this is kind of trippy, cosmic little thing from Sierra Nevada. I think that's a nice label. And then you got over on the other side is real interesting. The Sweet Baby Jesus, they have the 2 color schemes because of the, the peanut butter. And then you got the jelly. So I think that's pretty cool, peanut butter and jelly. And then obviously this is just all gold and it just says XPA. And this is what Firestone Walker does. And I just showed you this, again, Perry's Ice Cream, and then you have the Orange Twist in the front. So anyway, next we have from Trogs, they're a Graffiti Highway. So this is just an IPA. I think it might be hazy, 6% alcohol by volume. They have a little bit of a spiel here that I'll read when I do the review. This one is Best by June 25th, so we're fine. I think this was canned about a little over a month ago, so by the time I get this one, it'll be like 6 weeks old. We should be fine. It's Trogs. Again, a lot of these old school breweries for me, like your Firestone Walkers, the Trogs, even the Duclaws, although it's not hop forward, but Sierra Nevada and the Lagunitas. Again, when I say shelf stable, I mean, I've had a lot of these beers 3-4 months old. If they're kept cold, they usually hold up. Sometimes they're not even kept cold and they still hold up. So, it's not like a lot of the new school, with all the crazy triple dry hopping and the New England style where like, you need to drink them relatively fresh, although a lot of those have hop burn, so I like to wait 4 to 6 weeks. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, next, we have Spaten, their premium lager. So this is also known as this is a Munich Helles lager. Outside of the U.S., I don't think it's called premium lager. 5.2%. This one was recommended or suggested by a viewer of the channel, Josh. Yeah, Josh said, could you pick up Spaten and review it? And I said, yeah, he wanted me to originally do Mickey's, and we'll get to some malt liquor down the line at some point. But I definitely wanted to review this one, although it is in the green label, or in the green bottle, which means it's probably going to be skunky. Has a Best By date of August of 2024, so it's still relatively fresh and has some time, but it's a green bottle. I guarantee when I review that, it's going to be skunky. Hopefully it dissipates and I can actually review it. Been a while since I've had that one, so we'll see how it is. And last but not least, from Fiddlehead, we have their Imperial IPA, 9% Imperial IPA, and this one was canned on, right around 3 weeks ago. So by the time I get this one, it's going to be, again, probably like 6 weeks old, but it is what it is. I kind of left this one purposely to the end so I could, still get to these other ones relatively fresh, and this one can wait a little bit. And it does say keep cold, and I am keeping it cold. So this is a newer release from Fiddlehead. This is an Imperial version of the regular IPA. The first time I reviewed a Fiddlehead beer for Shelfie beers, somebody was like, is Fiddlehead really a Shelfie beer? If you're in like the New England, Mid-Atlantic region, yes, Fiddlehead is a Shelfie beer 100%. You can buy like 12 packs of their regular Fiddlehead IPA at like Wegmans for like $19.99. They're all over the place. When you're in a stovepipe can, you're definitely a Shelfie beer at this point, but they're a good Shelfie beer, and I enjoy them. So those are the 9 Shelfie beers that I am reviewing this month. Like I said, went a little high. I think I went a little IPA heavy, but not purposely. We got a Bach, we got a chocolate raspberry peanut butter porter. We have a Imperial, I guess you would say orange creamsicle ale. We have a Helles lager. I think I'm okay with this as spring is ramping up, warmer weather hopefully coming here soon. I'm cool with it. And yeah, I can't wait to get into some of these. I also have a couple other like Shelfie-esque beers that I picked up that didn't make the cut that I still will review over the course of the month, including Waldo's Special Ale from Lagunitas. A lot of people have actually were like, hey, you're going to review it this year? And I'm like, well, I reviewed it last year. I don't re-review it. I'm going to re-review it, but I'm going to re-review it on April 20th. Yeah, 420, because that's what that beer is basically made for. So we'll try to review that one on 420. And I have a couple, like I have a sour ale from Prairie that I picked up. And yeah, we'll see. But anyway, as I always ask at the end of these Shelfie vlogs, what beers of these 9 are you looking forward to me reviewing the most? Honestly, I'm curious about this. I love the hybrids. I want to see what Yuengling does with the Bach. Dewclaw in the new facility. This is interesting. I hope it's good. I love orange creamsicles, so I'm hoping it's good. Spaten, I want to see if it's skunked. And then this Fiddlehead. This is only $2.99 for this can, so a 9% stovepipe can. Like, for $2.99, that's great. Like, maybe it has to go in my fridge, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. So anyway, if you've had any of these, post in the comment section. I'd love to hear your thoughts on them. I appreciate everybody stopping by for another vlog. Be on the lookout for reviews from all these beers over the course of the month of April. Until the next one, cheers.